So this lesson is about how to use Canvas without internet at home. And unfortunately, there's one of those things where you have to kind of get the internet in order to download the stuff first. And that's sometimes a problem. But we'll make it work and get it all taken care of. But before you leave from school, you need to download as many of the assignments as possible. And then if as we're maybe out for a little bit, you can go ahead and maybe try to find a place where that'll be free internet access and be able to download the internet or download the things that you need to have. So one of the things that you'll need to make sure you do is take screenshots of any pages and any directions that you have for the assignment. You can open the attachments to the assignments, and then you tap on the share button, and then it will be tapping on the save to files on your iPad pages and add. And there's several different ways that you can do that. In the last lesson we talked about with the practice assignment and how to annotate. I talk to you about how to make sure that you have it in files and make sure you either in notes or files, and you can do different things with that. So to find a download at home, you can locate the Files app on your iPad. It's that blue folder that you have, or if you already saved it in your notes section, you could use in that. And then of course you can open that file, use the markup feature, which is that pencil in the right top hand corner that we've discussed and talked about before. I will show you another way to look at that. We'll try that here in just a second, and then you'll tap done with finished, and you'll upload it and submit it the way that we've talked about before. You've got a couple of options to do that. All right, so if we click on the next button there, you'll see that this is a assignment that I've already submitted once, but we're going to go ahead and resubmit again. And so we're going to touch the homework assignment, and you can see that this is a practice homework assignment. Now before we are able to annotate, we need to go ahead and download it. So click on this little link right here, and as you go to it, again, you've got this save to file option. So this is a save to file, and if you notice that I've already assigned my assignments folder. Again, if you haven't done this, this is a great way to keep everything organized, is go to your folder and make an assignments folder. So for right now, I'm going to go to my assignments folder, and I'm going to save this, and it's going to save it. And I'm going to actually say I'm going to replace because I've already saved it once. Now, if I want to also do it in my notes, this is another option for you. You can go to your notes and you can save it that way. So you notice that I have this right here, and let's just click on this, and we're going to put practice and put 2. That way it allows us to see where things are at, and then we're going to save it. All right, so now before we get the stuff in here, we got to, you got to do the type of paragraph and draw your school mascot and that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and try that. So we've got the files here, and we're going to update by just dragging down, and you'll notice that it came across here, and so I've got a link that I can open up, and it will open up for me. Now this one right here, it has a little bit of a different look to it, okay? And I want to just point this out because it's not your typical markup, and so it's a little bit different. And as you can see, you've got the same basic ideas here of the little pencil there. So you've got a pencil there, and of course, if you need to update it, if you click on this little plus button over here, actually, I take that back. If you click on it, click on the marker itself, all right, and you'll be able to update the thickness of it like that. So again, you have to just click on it twice in order to get what you want as far as the thickness of something. Okay, so I'm just clicking on that, and you can see that, okay, I want it lighter shade, and I want it much more narrow, and so you can see that. All right, so at this point, I'm just going to back up through and click those out again. Now I've got some eraser features. I've got another tip of a feature down here. At this point, I've got an eraser feature. And then, so each one of those can erase. If I want an object eraser, I just click on the object and it will erase that. Now, if I wanted to do a text box, I would just hit the text, and I can move that where I need it to go. And then if I click on it, I'll edit, or I could duplicate as well. And then I've got a magnifier, or a like if I wanted to do a box. All right, so if I click on that, and I click back on it, I can move it to where I need it to go, or I can click on it and delete it as well, and I can click on it and make different color schemes. All right, so those are the best way to do that. And then of course, once it's done, you would just hit the done feature, or you actually could, if you have internet access at that point, you can come up here and say, hey, I want to do it my student, because my student is linked. I could save it to files because I want to make sure it's saved to file, or I could just hit done, and that will do it, because if I click it back open, it will automatically save, and that's my text feature. All right, so if I want to go back over to my notes, I've done the same thing there, and I just drag down because I've got a practice 2 here, and then that's my practice 2. Well, maybe if I open it. All right, and then I've got options here. If I open it up, I've got the same options that I have with my other stuff, and it's a little bit different than the annotation in your Canvas app. So that's one thing that you just need to be mindful of, is if you have to do it at home, it's a little different than your annotation in the Canvas app. All right, so hopefully that will help you. And of course, there's also another way to upload as well. If you go back over to your assignment itself, and you click on this and go back, you can actually resubmit the assignment this way, and you can attach a file by tapping the option below. You can say, hey, I want my files, and it will find your files for you, which is a nice way to be able to quickly do that. And you can do a library, but that's, if you have a screenshot or something that you've taken a picture of, that you can upload it that way. Hopefully that helps, and make sure you ask your teacher if you have any other questions.